Alongside head Javelina men's basketball coach Johnny Estelle, I'm Mark and Sarah for Javelina Athletics ahead of Throwback Weekend here in Kingsville Coast. Throwing it back to the days when you were the guy running the point for this Javelina basketball team. How meaningful is this weekend to you and your fellow alums?
Oh, I think it means a lot. It means a lot to a lot of individuals that sacrificed over the years and gave their blood, sweat, and tears to this university. Rather if it was in Texas A&I or Texas A&M Kingsville, we're the same university, like I've always said. But those guys have paved the way for even before I got here and to what we're doing now. So Texas A&I Heritage Day is a huge day for not only me, but the people that play in this program.
How much have your student athletes embraced the legacy and embraced the honor of getting to play in these uniforms, getting to play on this week?
Well, I think they don't have a choice with an alumnus being a coach, knowing the history. Because I don't force feed them, but I always remind them that there's no future without the past. And we have to look back at those who played before us and honor their legacy. We have to come back and celebrate the success that they've had because there's always some team that have opened the door for you or have set the bar high for you or standard for you, that something that you need to reach for. And we're a goal-oriented team, and we're also a team that has a culture of family, and those guys are our brothers, and we always want to reach back and tell them thank you.
5 games left in this regular season. You guys are in 3rd place in the LSC right now. Top 4 teams get a first-round bye. I know that's one of the things you guys have as your goals as you guys head towards the postseason. It's a very tough slate starting with International on Saturday. What are the things your team needs to do well to put themselves in a position to gain one of those first-round opportunities?
First of all, Mark, we just have to focus on what's in front of us, meaning that we can't get too far ahead. We can't make it more over-analytical than what it is. I spoke to the seniors today in a little subcommittee, what we call Players Committee, and I said, you guys are in charge of just making sure that these guys understand that we have to go one day at a time, one game at a time, because you have being a good team and put ourselves in this position. We are the hunted. The next 4 games are people below us, and they're right below us, so they're gonna give us our best shot. But we just got to take one day at a time. We have to make sure that we finish the race. We control our own destiny in regard of it's in our hands. We don't have to wait and hope somebody lose. So if you want to bet on somebody, if you was a betting man, you want to be able to bet on you and your program and the work you put into, and that's kind of what we are.
You and I have talked about this a little bit before, but how happy you've been with the job the seniors have done in that role of trying to assume kind of a leadership role on this team and send a message like that to the younger players so that everyone knows exactly what needs to be done and how this team needs to operate to reach the places you guys want to go.
Well, like I told them, they stand the most to lose, but they also stand the most to gain. Meaning that, when you get to that stature, I revert back to when I was a player, you have to be the caretaker of the program. You're the leader. You earn the right to be the leader, but you have to lead in the right way. And these guys have done that. It's not pressure. You're not trying to say, well, my career is almost over. You're trying to extend your career and put that last game off as far as possible. But in order for us to do that, we have to make sure that everybody in the program have a sense of urgency and want to have that same drive to do so. And that's been a pleasure with this group that, every year you're always going to have 1 or 2 situations where you probably have guys that maybe, you have a little question mark here or there in terms of, what their motives are. And I haven't had that. We haven't had that with this group, and I think that's, really because of the leadership, the seniors. And, they understand our brand. They understand what we're trying to get done. We've set the gold standard in conditioning, and they've maintained it. So we have to make sure that we finish and send these guys out the right way.
What are the things you guys need to do to be successful on Saturday?
Well, we got to shoot the ball better than we did last week. That's one thing. But I think if we continue to guard and, have more of a sense of urgency and execution in terms of transition, in terms of offense, getting the ball, stop playing with such a slow offensive pace, we're a lot better team. You probably could tell that we was a slower paced team in the first half against St. Ed's. Second half, we kind of opened it up a little bit in terms of defensively and got in transition and got some easy baskets, got to the free throw line, which opened our offense up. So it's hard to play 5-on-5 the whole game. We're not built like that. We don't want to play like that. We will play like that if we have to, but we want to make sure that we can get to the bench of other teams and make sure we get out in transition. So that's the huge part of our success on Saturday.
Well, Coach, best of luck on Saturday. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.